Today, we face a threat America has never seen before. A former president who provoked a violent attack on this Capitol in an effort to steal the election has resumed his aggressive effort to convince Americans that the election was stolen from him. He risks inciting further violence. Millions of Americans have been misled by the former president. They have heard only his words, but not the truth, as he continues to undermine our democratic process, sowing seeds of doubt about whether democracy really works at all. I am a conservative Republican, and the most conservative of conservative principles is reverence for the rule of law. The Electoral College has voted. More than 60 state and federal courts, including multiple judges the former president appointed, have rejected his claims. The Trump Department of Justice investigated the former president's claims of widespread fraud and found no evidence to support them. The election is over. That is the rule of law. That is our constitutional process. Those who refuse to accept the rulings of our courts are at war with the Constitution. Our duty is clear. Every one of us who has sworn the oath must act to prevent the unraveling of our democracy.
Wow. Liz Cheney finally gives like the speech of a lifetime, and they remove her, but for all the wrong reasons. They removed her for all the right. They didn't remove her for lying about weapons of mass destruction. They didn't remove her because she advocated for torture during interrogations or waterboarding or any of the. No, they literally removed her for telling the truth about an election not being stolen. Not being stolen. Now, you know that speech was not aimed at Donald Trump, right? You know that, right? Because if it was aimed at Donald Trump, she would have just stomped her feet and said, unfair! It's unfair! Believe me! I've never seen anything like it! You've never seen anything like it! It was just so unfair! It was just so unfair! I mean, the lives that he ruined, right? No, she gave... Obviously, they're trying to start another party. That is what is going on here, and good luck with that, I guess. Good luck. So what are they going to do? Outrage themselves? Out-torture themselves? Out-war? I mean, I don't understand it. But it was one of the greatest speeches of Liz Cheney's life. That's like the crazy part. It was so, let's get rid of her. And the reason why, just so you're clear, the reason why they said they had to get rid of Liz Cheney, not that I care. Do you really give a rat's ass who the number 3 in the GOP in the House of Representatives is? You can't even tell me who the number 3 in the Democratic Party in the House of Representatives is, okay? No one cares about that. No one cares about this position. No one cares. Okay, what we care about is the fact that they're purging themselves of truth tellers. Period. End of story. And that everybody has to rally around the big lie. Everybody has to rally around the big fascist. Everyone has to rally around the big yam, right? Or else they get purged from the party. That's why we give a damn about what is happening here. That's the only reason why we give a damn about what's happening. Does anybody in this audience really care whether Liz Cheney is, serving Wyoming in her daddy's seat or not? And they only have the one. They have just the one. And, no one cares. What people care about is the fact that the election was lied about so hard and that the man who lied about it was the president of the United States and is the leader of the GOP. And that the reason we were told that they had to remove Liz Cheney is because Liz is a distraction. Liz is the distraction. The lie isn't distracting. No, there's no problem with lying. There's no problem with insurrections. There's no problem with violence. There's no problem with, and you know what's really crazy? If this is the distraction, then what the hell do you call Donald Trump? And wouldn't it have been easier to just, purge the party of Donald Trump? He's not even in office anymore. And why are they rallying around a ridiculous looking, 74-year-old lying sack who can't stop playing golf? instead of the people who are literally there serving and elected by their districts. Why are they doing that? Why are they rallying around? And I'll tell you exactly why. The Republicans that are purging this party, and it has nothing to do with she's concerned. Look, she voted with Donald Trump 90% of the time, right? That's more than Donald Trump votes with Donald Trump. Donald Trump changes his mind like every 5 seconds, okay? Like every 47 seconds, Donald Trump is like, fire and fury, and we're going to bomb, North Korea. Oh, I fell in love. He wrote me beautiful letters. Donald Trump doesn't even agree with Donald Trump, okay? So Liz Cheney agrees with Donald Trump more than Donald Trump agrees with Donald Trump. The only reason why they're doing this is Al-Qaeda. What? Yes, the base. Al-Qaeda is simply Arabic for the base, okay? If you translate Al-Qaeda from Arabic into English, you will be saying the base. That's why they're doing it. They're doing it because you have lunatic, fringy people in this country who have never read a newspaper or haven't read a newspaper in at least, I'll just say 6 years, don't have any way to orient themselves into what is real and what is fake, and they're being lied to repeatedly by the likes of Donald Trump, Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham. And when you won't lie, when you won't cheat, when you won't steal, then you become, a distrusted person, and you must be purged. You have to be removed from our presence. You have to be removed from our sight. And Liz Cheney has it in her head right now, along with about 100 other elite Republicans. Elite Republicans like Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney and some ambassadors and a few former governors like Kasich and, what's his name? Tom Ridge from Pennsylvania, Christine Todd Whitman from New Jersey, right? These elitists inside the party, they have it in their head that they're going to form some sort of a third party, and that they are going to be able to, defeat the Trumpism that needs to be defeated in this country. There's no question. I mean, Trump is dangerous. He's obviously. They're having a hearing today in the Senate. Okay, listen. The Senate is actually. Stuff is happening. The House is having hearings too. The stuff is happening in the government for a change. Okay, really, people are actually working at their jobs. I know, it's crazy. But they're actually working at their jobs. So you have like a House hearing today where you have, the title of the hearing, the hearing had a title. It was called The Capitol Insurrection, Unexplained Delays and Unanswered Questions. Yeah, it would be simpler and more accurate just to call it, how Trump tried to kill us all. And Mike Pence, too. That would have been better. But they're having a hearing, and they called the acting Secretary of Defense, Chris Miller, to ask him about some memo that he wrote where he told the National Guard to stand down, where he said the National Guard couldn't be armed. Remember? And they did a very big deal about the fact that the National Guard was going to protect the Capitol on Insurrection Day. We didn't know it was going to be that violent, but we knew something was up, right? And that they were sending them unarmed. Yeah, but that's because there was a memo, and everybody who cared to see it could see it. Anyway, so they had this hearing today. The former acting Secretary of Defense, Chris Miller, decided to lie today, decided not to tell the truth. So that's happening there. And then in the Senate, they're having a Rules Committee markup on H.R. 1 so that we could vote. They're actually working. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.